chocolate. Sprinkles. Lots of them.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and in this installment of Must Watch, we're looking at movies, shows, podcasts, and more that defined pop culture in March 2025.
One at a time is twice the fun.
Number 10, The Residence. You had us at Murder Mystery, but The Residence has several other unique elements that'll make it irresistible for whodunit fans.
What the hell is going on?
There's been an incident.
An incident?
Yes.
What kind of incident?
For starters, this one is set in the White House. We're kind of surprised more murder mysteries haven't used 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue as a backdrop. While the locale is the hook, the secret weapon behind this Shondaland series is star Uzo Aduba. The Emmy-winning actress never seems to play the same character twice.
How do you want to do this?
Right. Yes. Okay, I'll ask the questions. You don't talk. If you feel like you have something you really want to say, try to make that feeling go away. If at any point you want to leave the room for any reason, please do.
Cordelia Cupp stands out as one of her most memorable roles in an all-star ensemble that includes Giancarlo Esposito, Randall Park, Jane Curtin, and many more.
Yeah, you know.
The mystery at its core is full of twists and turns. Although the real lingering question is when Netflix might give us a second season.
And look, I'm just the detective, but I think this is really worth believing in.
Number 9, Black Bag. Steven Soderbergh continues his reliable run with Black Bag, an espionage thriller with a marriage at its heart.
I would do anything for you.
Would you?
Kate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender play the central couple, with the latter suspecting his wife of being involved in a conspiracy. With several other suspects on his radar, the film might sound like a game of cat and mouse. It's more like fishing, which Fassbender does more than once here.
What's on the menu?
Fun and games.
Black Bag takes its time unfolding, focusing more on character than set pieces. There's more dialogue than action, but the film rewards our patience as the tension builds. Once our protagonist gets a bite in one of the best final acts of the year so far, the outcome is as satisfying as catching a big fish.
Would you kill for me, George? Would you?
Number 8. The Righteous Gemstones Season 4. The Righteous Gemstones might be the funniest show currently airing that not nearly enough people are watching.
Fairy wings? Is that what these are?
No, they ain't fairy wings. They angel wings, dummy.
Appreciation for this HBO comedy seems to be growing every season. So it's a bummer that Season 4 will also be the last, but we have no qualms about going out on top.
I debated coming here tonight. I'm retired now, and I try to stay out of the limelight, but the kids talked me into it.
While episodes will continue to air through April and early May, the farewell season is off to a strong start. Not only are we given more insight into the Gemstones' past, but this televangelist family is finding new ways to raise hell in the present with innovations like prayer pods.
Once inside, you'll have access to exclusive sermons, quick prayers, and sneak peeks of some of the exciting new content coming from Gemstone Studios.
Whoa, Dad, looks like something from the future.
That's because it is from the future, son.
If you're still not caught up on the antics of Jesse, Kelvin, Judy, and the rest, now's the time to binge from start to finish.
What do you want from me? Am I supposed to stay all alone? Am I supposed to stay sad? Am I supposed to live the rest of my life in mourning?
Yes!
Number 7, Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years. Where a lot of modern stand-up comedians play it safe, that's never been the case for Bill Burr.
I've never understood open casket. I don't get it. It's like, you told me he was dead. I believed you.
He's only grown more brutally honest in his so-called Drop Dead Years, which provides the title for this Hulu special. As per usual, Burr isn't afraid to make light of controversial topics, from the old guys running the country, to hate groups, to the various ways anyone can get canceled nowadays.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that, but it's still socially acceptable to shoot a missile in the general direction of somebody you're upset with.
Burr takes no prisoners, reminding us that he's an equal opportunist when it comes to conservatives and liberals.
No, liberals, you got to get over your fear of the gun. That's what's going to turn this country around. You got to embrace guns. okay? They're not going anywhere. You'd have a better chance of getting rid of cheeseburgers than you are of getting rid of guns, all right?
On the whole, though, the special is more personal, finding the humor in substance use, depression, and your body slowly but surely failing as death creeps closer. Somehow, Burr makes all of the above sound hilarious.
All right, when I was a kid, like the spectrum was the color spectrum. Dr. J and the 76ers played in an arena called the Spectrum, right? So the first time somebody said to me, hey, my kid's on the Spectrum, I'm thinking, no, he isn't. They tore that down in 2010. I don't know what you're talking about.
Number 6, Novocaine. On The Boys, Jack Quaid plays a nice, normal guy who constantly finds himself surrounded by bloodshed. Novocaine casts Quaid in a similar role, although there are no superheroes or supervillains in this action comedy.
Can you feel this?
Definitely feeling something.
Quaid's Nathan Kane does have something of a superpower, though. No compound V required. Nathan has a rare condition that prevents him from feeling pain. When the girl of his dreams is kidnapped, the mild-mannered Nathan sets out to save her.
Oh my God, what am I doing?
Blood is spilled, bones are broken, but for Nathan, heartache is the only true form of pain. Novocaine makes the most of its premise with hard-hitting violence, jaw-dropping comedy, and a surprisingly sweet romance.
Do you know what it's like to wait your whole life to meet someone? Someone who finally gives your life meaning?
Quaid and Amber Midthunder have outstanding chemistry in a love story that's far from numb. Number 5, The Studio. Apple TV Plus may have a new Emmy contender with The Studio.
Excellent work. Excellent work, man. Good job.
I don't know, man. Am I spitting too much? Is it too spitty?
No, hell no. It's just like excellent spit.
While only a couple of episodes have been released, what we've seen so far is every bit as hysterical as Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's past works. Rogen also stars in the series, playing a fresh-faced studio head who realizes creating great art and making money do not always go hand in hand.
I am very close to closing on the deal to get the rights to Kool-Aid. And I'm talking a huge 4-quadrant version of it.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
The red drink?
Yeah.
The guy who breaks through walls and says, oh yeah?
Yes.
The show's satirical tone is in the spirit of 1992's The Player. In fact, Bryan Cranston plays a character named Griffin Mill. That's just one of the numerous in-jokes tailor-made for true cinephiles who follow the industry closely.
Okay, so what do you want to call the movie?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Catherine O'Hara and Kathryn Hahn make up a supporting ensemble overflowing with A-listers, many of whom play themselves in this frank exploration of Hollywood.
I love a bookend.
Everyone loves a bookend. This is what are you
The beginning and the end, I heard.
Number 4, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Although it technically premiered in 2024, this theatrical Looney Tunes film received its general release in March 2025.
Even know you!
It's encouraging to see audiences seeking out The Day the Earth Blew Up, despite Warner Brothers Discovery's mishandling of the film.
What? Here's the script. Catch up on your own time.
Whether or not Ketchup Entertainment can also save Coyote vs. Acme, we're grateful they stepped up to distribute this laugh-a-minute comedy, which proves there's still a place for the Looney Tunes and 2D animation in today's world.
Duck?
That's right. The duck.
You gotta be kidding me. Who greenlit this garbage?
Whereas some other recent Looney Tunes projects feel like they were made by committee, it's evident that this instant classic comes from lifelong Termite Terrace fans who understand these characters. It's a love letter to the likes of Bob Clampett, giving us hope the Looney legacy will live on.
Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me! Oh, is it over?
Number 3, Daredevil, Born Again. Daredevil was perhaps the biggest casualty of Disney's breakup with Netflix. As Matt Murdock popped up in more MCU projects, though, a revival seemed inevitable. When Daredevil Born Again was announced, fans were cautiously optimistic. The move from Netflix to Disney Plus sparked fears that the series might lose its gritty edge. More red flags were raised when several completed episodes were scrapped, with a new showrunner taking charge.
For months, I had to put myself back together. As I did, two things shone bright and clear inside me.
Thankfully, Daredevil Born Again establishes from its opening scene that the show is in good hands, taking Murdock to even darker places.
What are you gonna do about Daredevil?
I made a promise to myself.
I'd let the system handle it. All of it. Besides, I'm not him anymore. And I won't let myself be.
As Murdoch finds himself at his lowest, Wilson Fisk is on top of the world in a continuation that ups the stakes while integrating these characters into the larger MCU without overshadowing the central rivalry.
So if you say to me that you're a new man, I say fine. But you should know I was also raised to believe in retribution. So if you step out of line, I will be there.
Number 2, Mickey 17. Speaking of Born Again, we don't know how many more times Oscar winner Bong Joon-ho will get to helm a $100 million plus production for a major Hollywood studio, especially since Mickey 17 hasn't exactly been a financial hit for Warner Brothers.
Imagine there's an unknown virus in the air, and you're sucking in every single microscopic particle floating around.
Regardless, Bong has made a film that's bound to gain a passionate following thanks to its fascinating ideas, surreal humor, and Robert Pattinson in what might be his most unhinged performance yet.
Every time I died, they just printed me out again. Everyone asks, what's it feel like to die?
Make that performances, as Mickey 17 has more than one Pattinson to go around.
Multiple.
Like Mickey, the film has the potential to find life after death. Whereas Mickey can be repeatedly reprinted though, this sci-fi satire is the breath of fresh air that comes but once in a blue moon.
Ready to die. This time I wasn't scared.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Something else.
I frighten you.
Number 1, Adolescence. Like Baby Reindeer, this British miniseries has been an organic hit for Netflix, seemingly becoming an overnight sensation without much fanfare going in.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention one question. Something which you...
Also like Baby Reindeer, Adolescence will leave you emotionally gutted. The story revolves around a family torn apart when the youngest member is accused of murder.
No matter what's happened, no matter what you've done or you haven't done, I want you to tell me the truth.
As devastating and difficult as the subject matter is, Adolescence is arresting from its opening shot. Each episode was executed in one take, with Matthew Lewis pulling off an extraordinary feat of cinematography.
Come here! Ryan! Stop running!
After a while, we forget about the camera, as the mesmerizing performances suck us into the heartbreaking drama. Although every actor is at the top of their game, young Owen Cooper is the MVP in a haunting, star-making turn.
You look a bit red. Did I scare you when I shouted?
What did you watch the past month? Did we forget anything? Let us know in the comments.
Not afraid of nothing.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.